Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here of businesswithtrading.com, and let's look at our market analysis for this week. Today is October 3rd, and right now price is in a very interesting area. So last week it did come down and then it popped off of this level. It took back 4,300, 4308.65. And now it's starting to try to run higher. It's over that 4360 level. And right now, price can do a couple different things. So from here, if it does actually start to sell off on Monday, then it could actually go a little lower. And price would, down here would be a target. This red line would be a target. It possibly could come even further, but right now price is at a very critical juncture. It either sells off and it's able to come down a little bit, maybe here, maybe this red line. If it is able to hold support, looking at that 40 level, 4340, 4345, anywhere in there, and push higher, looking for a push above this 4385 figure, and then eventually this yellow line at 44.37. So if price is able to do that on the upside, then it can go higher. And what would that look like? We're looking for around that 46.10 level, and then from there we'll have to see what price is actually able to do, and we can make some more targets. We do have a larger target, which is up here at 49.36. 51.42. Those are most likely going to be reserved for next year, but just something to look at. That we do have that higher target, so it is whenever price does find the support. It hasn't found it now. There's a good chance. Is it going to find it at a later time? We'll have to wait and see what that turns into and what that later time actually is. But that's kind of what I'm watching those levels, and price next week, early next week, should really dictate what happens over the rest of next week. Let's get into the news of next week. So next week, starting Monday, we have OPEC meetings all day, and at 10 o'clock we have factory orders month over month. So not really much unless you trade oil. Going into Tuesday, 8:30 in the morning we have trade balance, 9:45 final services PMI, and 10 o'clock could be the time that volatility enters. ISM services PMI, that could be interesting, and then economic optimism at that same time. 1:15 FOMC member Quarles is going to speak. And then going into Wednesday, we do have ADP non-farm employment change at 8:15. 9 o'clock, FOMC member Bostic is going to speak. Crude at 10:30. Bostic is going to speak again at 11:30. And going into Thursday, 7:30 in the morning, we have challenger job cuts year over year. 8:30 unemployment claims. 8:40 FOMC member Williams is going to speak. Nat gas at 10:30. And 3 o'clock consumer credit month over month. Okay, going into Friday, we have a slew of news at 8:30. Average hourly earnings month over month, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate. Those can all add volatility in conjunction or separately. And then 10 o'clock, final wholesale inventories month over month. So we do have quite a bit of news to be able to push price one way or the other. So right now we're kind of watching things just to see what is likely to play out, and whatever price does, we'll be able to jump on and make some trades. I do believe it's going to be a nice week. Should get some nice movement. Price has moved fairly nicely. It's definitely moved back and forth. It hasn't been very directional. It was directional to the downside, directional to the upside, directional to the downside. But that's kind of what we want to see. And now it can do a couple different things. Price can come up here, sell off again, and maybe come up again, sell off again. Just, kind of do this several times to the downside. Maybe this is the low. We'll have to wait and see. But, we do have a target down here, this red line, this blue zone down here is another level. So we're kind of watching things. As long as price stays over that 37.30 on the S&P cash, everything looks pretty good. Even if it does break that a little bit, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that the market's going to sell off 1,000 points or so, but it's something to pay attention to. So we're just going to watch things and see what happens. So with that, thanks everyone for watching the video. If you have other ideas of the market, you can always place them down below in the video. You can talk about it. And with that, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Have an awesome trading week. I'll see you in the markets. Thanks and take care.